Hello there Carpologists, I'm Joe, and firstly, Happy New Year. This is the first time I've been out since the turn of the new year, and the first thing I'm looking at is this, the Cyprinus CAMO4 Compact Bivvy and Overwrap. Now firstly, everything is in this one bag, so you've got the main bivvy, the overwrap, the poles, the pegs, all fits in one thing. And that's the first thing I noticed about this, is also the same as the previous bivvy I reviewed from Cyprinus, is the bags are nicely oversized, so everything fits in there perfectly without having to scrunch it up as tight as it initially comes. As the name suggests, it's camouflage and compact. It's based on a twin rib construction. You've got 16mm powder coated poles, and at the front you've got the peak, which is actually fully removable. Now this is the first time putting this up. I did have to tease the peak in ever so slightly, but that does mean it's a nice tight fit and very rigid. But if you didn't want the peak on there, you can just remove the pole and unzip it completely, so you don't have to keep that on there. If you want to whittle it down even smaller, even less of weight to carry around, you can do that. It also comes with tension bars. So I've got one on the peak, one on the top section, and then one down to the ground. So there's only 3 poles to make it nice and taut, keep everything nice and rigid, so that although it's small, it's very, very sturdy. Wrapped around this sturdy frame is the performance grade Hydrotech CAMO4 material, which boasts a 20,000mm hydrostatic head, so it will take a lot of beating. That just got me absolutely soaked. Means the water will run off the bivvy straight onto your shoes, and when it's only 2 degrees out in the winter, that's not the best thing you want, but it proves my point. It ran off all that water perfectly. But one of the byproducts of having a nice thick material like that and a good hydrostatic head is it means it's slightly heavier, so it's probably not the lightest of compact bivvies on the market. But another bonus point to this material is that inside it's much darker. So if, like me, you need to sleep with as dark as possible, especially in the summer months when it's light really early, you need a bit of extra sleep, then a nice thick material keeps all of that light out, basically. I need to go and dry my shoes slightly, but I've proved my point on the material. Moving around to the front of the bivvy, we've got several different things to pick up on. Firstly is the door, standard 2-way zip, so you can have it zipped all the way down like this if you like, or if you want, you can zip down from the top and have a letterbox view at the top like so. And also you can remove the front here, so if I undo the Velcro there and zip it up, as you can see, it reveals a mozzie mesh. This panel can be fully removed and then be replaced by this PVC cover. So if you want to have a see-through window, keep you nice and dry, you can apply that. Either side of the door are 2 mozzie mesh vents as well. Again, zip to the side and Velcro to the bottom. You can pull them back and have them nicely out the way. At the top, as I mentioned earlier, you can fully remove the peak as well. There's just a zip right here, which if you fully remove that, it'll bring the peak away. And there's a little overlapping flap there, so that it's not going to leak through the zip when you have it on. And if you want to have this as a fully open-fronted shelter, there's a zip all the way around, so you can completely remove this front infill panel as well. The ventilation doesn't end there. Moving around to the back, we see there's another large mozzie mesh vent as well. Zipped either side, just like the ones at the front, and Velcroed at the bottom, so you can keep that airflow going through in the warmer months. And the last external thing to pick up on are the rod retaining straps. You've got 2 on the front and 2 on the back as well. As you can see, I've now got the front completely removed and my bed chair in position. I haven't got the ground sheet in at the moment, but here it is. It's a heavy duty material and it's got O-ring elasticated pegging points to fit all the way around if you want to put that into place. Now size wise, I'm actually quite surprised because from the outside it looks very small, and it is small in bivvy standards, but it's a compact bivvy. If you're in the market for a compact, you're expecting to be scaling down and have less space, but inside, quite surprising. I've got my wide boy bed chair in here, so it's not even a standard size one, it's bigger than normal. Pushed it right to the back and plenty of space. There's still room in front of me for buckets and bags and things. I can see the pegging points in front of me where the front initially was, and I'd easily be able to have my legs out like this. Now with the open front of this, I can scan as much of the water as possible in front of me. There's a vast amount of visibility, and because the peak's still in place, it would still protect me from driving rain. But I'm going to put the front back on now and then get the overwrap on and see what that has to offer. As you can see, I've now attached the overwrap, and much the same as where we left off with the bivvy itself. You've got the same material, the 20,000mm hydrostatic head, which is not only going to give you more insulation in the winter, keeping you warmer, reduce condensation, but also keep you cooler in the summer. And because I said about this material being quite dark inside, it's going to make it very, very dark inside indeed. So especially in the summer when it's really beaming down, it's going to keep you nice and cool in there, because you've also got the vents, just like you do on the main bivvy, on the front and back. Either side you've got mozzie mesh vents, and then the door itself can also be pulled completely back And just like the bivvy as well, you've got a PVC cover that can go on that as well. And all the way around to the back, you've got the same mesh vent up there. So all of the vents correspond with the bivvy itself. So if you've got both skins on, you can still keep that airflow going through. You've also got the 4 rod retaining straps on each point, so you don't lose that either. And you can also remove the front here. So if you want to have it completely open shelter but still twin skin, you can do that as well. And due to the fact that the overwrap comes down off the front of the peak, it also gives you more space inside. So you can either keep it dual skin on the front, or you can remove the front infill panel on the bivvy itself and then have the overwrap. So you increase the space inside, where the footprint doesn't increase that much, but you've got more space to enjoy. So there you go, the Cyprinus CAMO4 Compact Bivvy and overwrap. And the prices, I think you'll find, are very competitive. The bivvy comes in at $164.99 and the overwrap comes in at $134.99. So if you want more information on either or the whole thing, then go over to the Cyprinus website. Cheers for watching, and I'll see you again soon.